It is Friday morning, and this video is for members of the United States military. It is Donald Trump's goal. It is Donald Trump's intention. It is Donald Trump's plan to invoke the Insurrection Act to deploy members of the United States military into the streets of American cities to threaten, to intimidate, to brutalize, to physically abuse and beat, to arrest, to disappear, to shoot and kill American civilians, everyday American citizens. That is Donald Trump's plan. That is what he intends to do with you over the next coming months. It is unlawful for Donald Trump to do that under the Posse Comitatus Act, and I'll do a more in-depth breakdown of the Posse Comitatus Act and the Insurrection Act, which operates as an exception to the Posse Comitatus Act, which would allow Donald Trump to legally deploy members of the United States military onto the streets of American cities and do these things to American civilians using you. That is his intention. That is what he is currently doing with ICE agents and with CBP officers, Customs and Border Patrol. There is a huge difference between ICE agents, CBP agents, and members of the United States military, and that difference is training. And two differences. That training brings about professionalism. ICE agents and CBP agents are not being trained adequately right now. They are being hired and deployed because they are thugs and bullies with no professionalism, with no training, with no understanding of the law. Those things cannot be said of members of the United States military. I've never served, but from what I understand, the training that members of the United States military receive is relentless, ongoing, and endless. It is a constant training which instills professionalism, which instills a culture, which instills a mission. And that mission is not to threaten, intimidate, brutalize, abuse, detain, arrest, disappear, shoot, and kill American civilians. 6 Democratic members of the House and the Senate a month or 6 weeks ago put out a video reminding members of the United States military that they are obligated under the UCMJ to disobey illegal orders. That moment is fast approaching. That moment is fast approaching. Hopefully your senior leadership will recognize this moment and will understand their obligation when this time comes, and it inevitably will. It is Donald Trump's intention to invoke the Insurrection Act and deploy active duty members of the United States military on the streets of American cities to threaten, to intimidate, to beat, to shoot and kill American civilians. I'm very sorry that Donald Trump is about to put you guys in this position. You have all volunteered to serve this country. You did not volunteer to be Donald Trump's private army against people who disagree with him politically. That's not what you signed up for. That is what Donald Trump is going to use you for. That is his intention. He is going to force each and every one of you individually and collectively to face this moment of truth, where you're going to need to make a decision. Thank you for your service, and I hope you make the right one.